Now, the best part or the worst part of this entire controversy is the NGO that has filed these complaints and got the Mumbai police to register an FIR against Ranveer Singh has said that these images hurt the sentiments of women and they insult the modesty of women. It's incredible. Now, I have with me live today Anveshi Jain. She's one of India's top models, one of the most sought after influencers on social media. She's a person who I'm sure has been trolled extensively, for many of the choices she has made on social media. We also have with us model Sherlyn Chopra. Anveshi and Sherlyn, welcome. Thank you for your time on this show. I personally sometimes can't believe we are actually talking about this. But Anveshi, what do you think? Ranveer Singh's pictures in a magazine are now the subject of an FIR by the Mumbai police.
Yes. I mean, as an Indian, I think definitely we should take care of Indian sentiments. But as far as something so outrageous happening, I did not see that coming. I think sometimes we make things bigger than it is. We make them a bigger issue than it is. And as much as we're saying that we should not highlight something, we ourselves are highlighting it by talking about it way too much. I think if you have to actually blame somebody, I think it's basically those people who are actually making it a big news, because otherwise it would have been like other actors who have posed like this in the past, from Milind Somen to Mr. Khanna. There are so many actors. Well, it is very well understood that because it's Ranveer Singh, he is a superstar of our country and the youth is looking up to him. In fact, I met him like 2 days before the shoot happened, and he's such a flamboyant man. I mean, it's just an extension of his expression, the way he wanted to express himself. And sometimes we have to understand, as an artist, we don't have to get attached with the work that we do. Even if it is a photo shoot, I'm saying, even if it is his own concept or his team concept, or if it is a PR that has been done for some reason, I mean, it's not who he really is. And when Deepika Padukone approves of it, then I think it shouldn't be made such a big issue that it is today,
Anveshi, given that, Ranveer Singh is such a big star, do you think it is because, you're right, you're absolutely right when you said he's not the first person who has done photo shoots of this kind. There has been Milind Soman, there has been Shakti Kapoor, many others. In fact, we've got visuals here of the past Bollywood stars who've done shoots like this. क्या आपको लगता है, do you think that because Ranveer Singh is such a big star, we are in the age of social media, जब attention free में मिलता है ऐसे, do you think this is the reason why this NGO has chosen कि we should do this for Ranveer?
Somewhere I feel that how we are going, like what we are feeling in the society is a reflection of our own inner thoughts. We make, as you say, nobody can make you angry unless your own self, your own emotions can. So I think it has more to do with their internal system of thinking than the external what is happening. If you're happy with your life, if you're happy with whatever is you are, what are you are given with, you will not really pay attention to these things because you are happy in your own life, you're leading a life. I think there is a possibility, I'm not saying that's the absolute truth, but whatever little I have understood in my journey and understanding of people is that when you are not happy in your own life, you try and question anything and everything that is around you, because there is a bitterness that's there that translates into criticism of others, or something that may not deserve as much attention. I mean, if you want to make a point about something, there are so many things that you can highlight about. For example, right now Sadhguru is trying to promote soil, save soil event that he's trying to make it. This is something related to our environment, our planet. There are so many good causes. For example, beach cleaning. You can channelize your energy, and even if it has to be towards negative, we can look at larger aspects of things rather than something as small as this. Today we are talking about it, tomorrow this is going to get over, everything will forget about, everyone will forget about it, and then we'll move on. It's not here to stay. The opinion, obviously it matters, the debate is good, but yes.
I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so.
But I don't know if it is going to
Sherlyn
translate into something really productive.
Anveshi, okay, while we wait for Sherlyn, I want to ask you another question. In your own experience as an influencer,
yes.
As a model, as an actor, have you faced such things? I'm sure you must be getting trolled. I'm sure, the model police must be coming after you quite often. How do you handle all that? I'm sure you have lawyers, etc. But how do you as a star handle it? They must be saying, why are you wearing these clothes? You are not a good example for children. I'm sure so many people must be saying this to you. How do you handle it? How do you give it back to them?
I mean, obviously they do, and if you see a lot of insulting comments I have faced in the beginning, and from day one, I guess the way I could handle my sanity was to understand that again, the same concept applies here also. You cannot be paying attention to everything that you hear. First of all, this is like faceless people. They are faceless people for me, and they are fans or not. I don't know. They'll just pass a passing comment. I don't know what mindset or state of mind they stay in. They may be lacking a woman in their life. They may be lacking some kind of pleasures in their life, or they may be having some kind of envy going on in their mind. So they just want to take it out. So it's a way of just making us a bounce board. And I'm like, okay, I mean,
I agree with that,
any which ways, I think a person, when you become an actor, see, with bigger responsibility comes bigger power. With bigger power comes bigger responsibility. And having said that, along with that, if I have to be powerful where I am today, I have to actually make one solo rule that I am following at the moment, which is ignorance is bliss. I don't say that, that doesn't mean that I live in a bubble of self-created notions, you know, because that has been actually a problem with me. Because I was ignoring the comments so much, I thought I am perceived the way I wanted to be perceived. So that actually made me little unaware and delusional about my reality.